So a couple thumbnails came along my YouTube, and we had to do a Genjin stream today. Also, Arleino is judging your chat messages right now. What is that thumbnail, you guys? I feel judged. Hi, Daddy. I like that now we can put a character, now we can put an image all over the screen. Sorry. that did not warrant that kind of laugh. Oh my gosh, not Raiden's theme. I guess I did format this playlist in the boss's appearance, like when we meet them. So obviously Raiden's would be after Senora's. That's kind of rude though to put Raiden's boss music right after Senora's. Welcome. It is Raiden's birthday. Happy birthday, our little dessert gobbling warmonger. I love her all the same. Yeah, anyways, so today, originally, if you guys remember, today was going to be an Enfield day. And then a couple trailers dropped on my lap, and I was just like, well, I know what to do with this. So it had to be this way. It has to be this way. How goes, everyone? Who here has watched that trailer? I mean, I guess it's been up for like 12 hours or so at this point. Previously on Dragon Ball Z, many times. Previously, immediately, naturally, it's unavoidable. Previously, we ended the last Genshin stream, and then like 3 hours later, Snezhnaya's teaser dropped. So I'd like to watch that as well. I'd actually like to kick off with Snezhnaya's teaser, and then we have a little ice lady, which I wasn't expecting. Hoyo has this habit of dropping huge things on just a random weekday, don't they? With like no preamble or anything. What do you mean by that, Phoenix? But regardless, we'll play a little bit of Genshin afterwards. But I guess yeah, people were looking forward to it, but it just seems like out of nowhere. Like there was no preamble to it. Kind of like how they dropped the God's Limits trailer just randomly with like almost no preamble. Casually drops a sky and hopefully not. Speaking of Smilekino, man, her boss music still just hits. Just hits. How's everyone's polls going in this game or others? I guess at this point, we're now a ways away. We're now a little bit of a way through Zenless's current banner, and our Genshin banner, obviously, is ending really soon. Polls are not going. Saving for Snezhnaya and Yai. Same here, I think. The risk always is the fate point. If we don't have enough wishes saved up, because at the very least, on like a Chronicle banner, even if you lose your 50-50, you get a character on that Chronicle banner. You don't get another Dia or another D-Luke. I would C6 my D-Luke otherwise. But if you don't have enough pulls to guarantee yourself a 5-star, then not only are those wishes gone to the wind for the next until the next Chronicle, but that fate point goes away. So then you're going back to being on 50-50 and not even having a guarantee. I'm saving for Columbina and Ice Queen. I wonder when do you think they'll run? When do you think they'll run her? I need to shave. When do you think they'll run Ice Queen? The Ice King? As in the Ice King? After the teaser, make sure to check Genjin Twitter for character infos. Okay. 7-3. Like the good old power stroke diesel that I learned to drive stick on. I learned how to drive manual on a 1999 Ford Power Stroke diesel. 7.3 or 7.4? 7.4, aka 454 cubic inches. The conversion factor from cubic inches of displacement to liters of displacement being 61.0237 cubic inches to 1 liter. Anyways, hi. Nurse? Nurse? They always release icons the last act of the AQ. I guess that's true, isn't it? Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. Which makes a lot of sense. Yeah, you're right. I don't know why I never put that together before, but yeah, Archon's always at the very end of the main quest line. Wait, was it the same in Nodcry? Because Nodcry didn't end until... Because Columbina was released... Was she released the same time? She's not Archon, but, yes. The words "I want a fox lady" have left my mouth so frequently that I do think that we have a guaranteed Sundrone. I think we're going to wait, like, after we grab a Sundrone. I will save up polls and see how many we have at the end, like when the Chronicle comes to its final days, and then I'll decide, are we pulling on Yai or not? If somehow we're able to secure a Yai as well, I'll begin pulling on Weapon Banner. But I think the Serpent Spine can just be traded between Navia and Sundrone. I don't really see when I would want to use them together at the same time, so they can trade that back and forth. And as far as getting another Serpent Spine, that's just a battle pass. That's just a battle pass weapon. So there's a non-zero chance that I battle pass again and get another one of those or something. So I think Tidal Shadow? Tidal Shadow's craftable, isn't it? So okay. Fontaine Craftable will be better. Okay, well that's on Varka, and Varka could stand to... He doesn't have to have that one. That's just the one that I put on him. Serpent Spine may be second, but the Makaira Aquamarine, I do not. Isn't Makaira a Greek broadsword? Makaira Aquamarine, I do not. I do not. Let's hop into these trailers. Oh my gosh, why are you so big? What? What? Oh, Yanagi was the, whenever I change this image, it always just changes the image. And so, however, whatever the scale and size of the, image was last time that was here, it retains that same scaling and position. So the Yanagi picture that I had was really small, and so when I put Arleino, anyways, all right, you guys ready? I know you are, but are you guys ready?
Happy Fontinolia Festival, mademoiselle. Your coffee. Enjoy.
Whose voice was that? Sounds familiar. Or is that
Still your
Alen?
drink of choice, then.
That's Alen.
Hands-on engagement during research is an integral part of social learning. You taught me that. Alain.
Oh, the sunbeam obscuring his face.
Besides, this used to be your favorite too. The taste reminds me of home.
Happy Fontinolia Festival. Come again. You hate high heels that much?
Oh!
Ear grating nuisances. I can't stand them. And how do you even fight in a dress like that? The length alone is ridiculous.
A lady can be elegant and deadly at the same time, you know. The two often go hand in hand.
Dude, that water droplet,
You'll
damn.
understand when you're older, I'm sure.
I won't, and I don't want to. Let's go, Paloma. I almost forgot. Even you're no longer by my side. Polonia.
Oh, this music. She poked it.
I can't see them yet. I have to resolve my own questions first. Zentrone.
The strategic light flare going across Alan's face, because once again she's forgetting what he looked like, because it's been that long since he's been alive. Whose voice was this?
Happy Fontinolia Festival. Come again.
It sounded like Chiori. I just wasn't. It had that Chiori claw to it. Just the this color scheme and dress threw me off. I was like, who's talking?
Fight in a dress like that. The length alone is ridiculous.
Perhaps in-game canon reason why she shortened her skirt. Oh, Senora. I'm glad that they're not treating Polonia as a footnote. I was worried about that. And I wouldn't really give them I don't know if I'd really give them a pass on if they just moved on without any comment. I still wish that he was there instead of Fagio, but I don't know. It all comes down to how they portray it in the story. If it makes sense as we play her quest. This is a very unique vision design as well, because it's not because it's a stellar linchpin. Not only the fact that the artifact that the thing itself is a star and not an orb, but also the holder that it's in as well, because all visions are orbs, but you can put them in different cases. This in some way reminds me of, is it at all similar to Nicole's? I know Nicole's is a vision, but is this holder at all similar to, because it's not similar to the standard Fatui one, or at the very least what we believe to be the standard Fatui one, given that it's what Child's, or is it? No, not really. Oops, I vanished. Boop. It's not... No, it's not at all similar. These next quests gonna just make me cry. Oh my gosh, it's still... I didn't catch the Llama and Nefer over here. Look at her sidling up, spying on... Oh. Bonk. Look at... Look at Sandrane's face. Bonk. I have my own questions to answer first.
I have to resolve my own questions first.
You know, this small Sandy also is what the Chibi was holding during the special program. There was one of those on the table during the special program. Okay. Now that heart stuff has been watched, what is this?
I've heard that the rules that govern this world are all essentially curses. So to live by the rules means to suffer under the sum of all curses.
Are you talking about the snowstorms, or Project Stuja, or the Tsaritsa?
Let's go. Before Lilac makes a move.
Why is the model on that so good? Damn. That's like Columbina level, her pose.
If it's true that rules are curses, well then, there's only two options.
Wow!
Either we overthrow the rules, or... Were you going to say follow them? Get used to them?
Bear!
It's neither. We find a way to transcend the rules.
Regarding the motion to extend Project Stooja,
Nose.
if there are no further objections.
I have an objection!
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Me too.
I object!
Oh, whoa!
Oh my.
What about you? Do you object?
Search the area! We are the Drushna, and it is our honor to serve the Tsaritsa.
Oh, the train.
Forgive the intrusion. Mind if I join this private discussion?
Compared to the eons gone by, this is a peaceful age.
We saw that before as well. This mechanism.
Wait, the Kresnik's torch?
Whoa. Whoa!
And then, the heavenly principles spoiled our love.
Hi! Ooh, damn.
Mother?
Conrian eyes.
I almost doubt whether it was ever true at all.
Look at her. Look at her eyes. Look at her gown. Her
One
fate
should not
ears.
throw fragile driftwood to a drowning person, nor give the illusion of warmth to those freezing to death. Death is not the enemy of love.
That's a pole arm.
The real enemy is the blessings given by deluded gods.
Oh! That's the chessboard from the Winter's Night trailer. Look at all the gnosis.
Good move. Still, I do hope you truly understand the nature of the game you're playing.
I'm sorry? So what does that mean? And also, that's Rhindaughter's eye, right? Because after she merged with Niberius, one eye is still like it. She has two different eyes. She has one eye that's her Rhindaughter eye. Whatever her other eye is Niberius's, right? And it's missing one of the four corners now. And it's missing one of the four corners now. Oh shoot! I forgot to turn the notifications back on. Emariah, thank you for the follow. Welcome. some kind of what, though? Some kind of collusion with? Like, working together? Or simply... in what way? For what reason? Why, for what reason, why would... For what reason would they be sitting at the same chessboard together? And what would either one of them stand to gain over collaboration with the other? Now, the Electro-gnosis is still standing. This is the Hydro, correct? I know that in any other game, I would say don't read into the symbolism, but the Electro-gnosis is still standing. The Hydro-gnosis has been knocked over. The Hydro Throne has been eliminated. The Geo-gnosis is still standing. The Dendro-gnosis is still standing. Or no, was that the Animo-gnosis? And this is the Hydro-gnosis. So that was the Animo-gnosis. This is the Hydro-gnosis. So the Animo-gnosis and the Hydro-gnosis have been knocked over. The Electro, Dendro, and Gnosis are still standing. Interesting to note. As is, obviously, the Cryo-gnosis. And the Cryo-gnosis, the Cryo and Gnosis are the ones that are on the board at play. Seems like that's kind of indicating that maybe we get some information and intel on just what the hell was your contract, Zhongli? Whereas all the other Gnosis are out of play. They're not on the board. And as well, okay, I'm not a chess player. Someone who is a chess player will know more. This is probably a reference to some move as well. The Cryo-gnosis is like surrounded on, like, the Cryo-gnosis has nowhere to go. She could go this direction, I suppose. But if she goes back, then she gets taken by this pawn or this pawn. If she goes this direction, then I guess, well, okay, never mind. I might have been reading, poorly into that. But, I definitely was looking at, okay, what is the position of these chess pieces? Because the Geo-gnosis over here has many more options that it can move around. That's interesting to note which Gnosis are knocked down, though, because the Animo-gnosis has been knocked down. Venti is still much alive and kicking, though. He's still doing his thing. The Hydro-gnosis has been knocked down because the throne of Hydro is no more. There cannot be another Hydro Archon. And then our three other remaining ones are Nahida, Raiden, and Zhongli. They're Gnosis. The Pyro-gnosis is MIA. I'm not taking that as it's out of play. It did seem like something so major like that. It did seem like we glossed over that quick enough where I'm like, that's going to come back. We're not finished with the Pyro-gnosis. Do you reckon that this is the play that, or this is the singer that, Arlecchino, Signora, Sandrone, and Colombino went to see years ago? I guess not that many years ago. But do you reckon that this is who they went to go see? I suppose I can look, right? Forjanitsa. Okay, and a bunch of other people. Alyosha, Odette, Valerie, Pulcinella, Vesna, Danica, and Anastasia Feodorovna Snezhnaya. I still find it really interesting how much agency. I know I've talked about this to death. I talk about it constantly. But I still find it really interesting how much agency Nefarious does have over the subconscious of Rheindaughtr. That she didn't just surrender completely to, she has some kind of inner voice that she can still talk to Rheindaughtr through. What exactly are you? What is Arlecchino's voice line about her? She says something to the effect of the cold that permeates her land. I doubt that her compassion will be enough to thaw the cold. What do we think the cold that permeates her land is?
When I was
like, it's difficult to say whether her compassion alone is enough to melt the ice and snow that permeates her land. From what everyone that I've met, that I have access to their voice lines for, which I guess I could go search for Child's and stuff as well, it seems like there is a sort of a Fimbulvinter kind of thing going on, that the cold in Snezhnaya is running amok, is running uncontrolled, and the Tsaritsa, as having the authority over Cryo, is being blamed for it, or is the reason for it, or something. Could it be that this whole thing, like the cold that permeates her land and everything, started because she's collecting gnoses, or did that happen prior? Has that been going on for a long time? And it's interesting that she's been described as someone with compassion, but someone who is also still, like, ruthlessly committed to her goals. I had Facecam on for this reaction, right? Because now I have two different alternate scenes that I can select. One for VTube, one for Facecam. Okay, good. Thank you. Tons of new characters. Her wings are so dainty. And everyone here also has wings. An army of Fae. For links. Okay. I'm not signed in. Wait, hang on. This isn't showing any of my email, right? I'm not signed in on this browser to Twitter. That's how little I use Twitter these days. For Janitsa. Alyosha. Rifle Bro. That's a remarkably detailed bolt and receiver. Odette. And Valerie. I'm so sorry. It does kind of look like a Mosin. The receiver looks very Mosin-ish. And the site, the location of the site as well, you can see right there. Odette was, oh my goodness. Oh wait, I have it in the same, Odette. Oh, okay, so Odette was before all of that. Odette. Vodanitsa. I think I got the two of them confused. There you are, eavesdropper. Look at this gown. You know, they did say that in Snezhnaya, the modders the models are going to undergo a very significant bump in quality. And I anticipate and I will expect it to be a bump in quality of rigging and topology and meshing and textures. Maybe even physics as well. Hair physics, like when you run around with Beto, it's very obvious how outdated those hair physics are. Beto's hair just kind of and then just kind of glides along like that. Oddly enough, Chevreuse has some of the most detailed hair in the game from a physics perspective. And then Pulcinella. Why do his eyes look like that? Our baby boy and pants guy, refrigerator. I really hope at some point in the Snezhnaya arc, I really hope that we in some way get to spar with him again. What was the thing that Child said during Arle's story quest about Pulcinella? Regarding like Child's family. And then there's two more posts. He's small. She who needs no introduction. I don't know why. I don't know what about this character. I don't know what it is about this character. He's taking care of Child's family. Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. He was holding them hostage. He, in essence, has held them hostage. Rooster was the reason that Child had missing conceptions about Arle and the others, and watches over his family, which seems less than genuine on his part. Some people have said that the voice lines about the Harbingers voice lines about each other, especially Columbina, have aged poorly. I don't know that I necessarily agree with that. Child's like his comments about Columbina just make it. He just finds her odd, and she is powerful. Her authority, her metaphysical authority, but I don't know. I think don't take what I say as the ultimate, like, always take what I say with a grain of salt. I think I give Genshin passes on things that a lot of other people don't, so take it with a grain of salt. But I don't know. I necessarily agree that it seems like they've been retconned. She who needs no introduction, Vesna. Somebody said a while back that maybe these the names in 7.x areas will be better pronounced if you do a bad Russian accent. So Vesna and Dienika, and holy shit. Me. Who would like to guess? Who had already placed their bets that this is the one? She looks like she's like 9 feet tall. That's so awesome. Who amongst you guessed that that this would be the one that I latched onto the most during this? Her outfit looks a lot like Ellen Jo's. I mean, I guess it is just like made aesthetic, but Catherine Prime. My name is Catherine Prime. That was a terrible Optimus impression. And then Noise. Look at the armor! We haven't been hurting for epic armor design. That's one of the coolest things about like fantasy outfits is you get to do such cool things with armor and the giant pauldrons and the pointy tips on the shoulders. It looks very Arleino coded in a way. Maybe not very Arleino coded, but just the shade of this crimson. And I know that I guess I can zoom into that, can't I? The shade of the crimson and the steel, kind of in a way. Mitya, you were at the. Yeah, you were writing at your desk. Here, right? Yeah, that's the same character. Yeah, there's the long coattails. There's the long coattails. Same color hair, some color hair. Very likely the same person. And holy shit. It almost seems... I'm sure everybody has made this comparison. She seems Elsa-like in the way that everything she touches dies. I feel like that's just an impossible not to notice facet. I do hope they do something very, 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 very different with that whole character archetype, because the tragic I touch everything I die's character archetype has been done kind of to death. I hope that Tsaritsa brings a new aspect to it, and especially I don't think that this is super fair. I know everyone's going to compare her to Elsa. Try to consume this content as what it is and judge it for what it is. Good, bad, or ugly, judge it for what it is. So if you don't like the Tsaritsa's personality, then judge it on its own merits of her personality, not how she equates to Elsa. Would be my Halcyon. The kid calls Tsaritsa mother, and Renova cut out half of the picture where her and her kid were, which could imply the person who could be cut off was the third descendant, her husband, father of the kid. DNA strands on her, Oh, kind of, yeah. Kind of. If it had the crisscrosses, if it had the bridges connecting, then it would be really obvious. Or... it kind of does, doesn't it? Huh. I did always love the, how different the eye design is from person to person in the game. This is what I want. Like, this expression on her face is what I have wanted, from the Tsaritsa. Once again, it comes down to the execution. It comes down to the execution, it comes down to the ending. There is still always a possibility for them to fumble it, you know? I said that at the very, during Act 8 of Nodcry, that I loved Nodcry up to that point, and it was all up to would they fumble the ending. Now, for me, they didn't. For some people, they did. For me, they didn't. For the Tsaritsa, I don't want Raiden 2. I don't want her to be, openly hostile and antagonistic. I also don't want her to be a bestie. She has a goal that she is so dead set on, and just because we've befriended her Harbingers, that doesn't change what her mission is. If anything, I feel like she is going to be the type to say, what did she say in that last trailer? That which I started, I will see through to the end. That's the attitude I want out of her. That's how I want that character to be written. Like, I appreciate that you've befriended some of my Harbingers. I appreciate what you did during, like, this, that, and the other. I recognize and see your strength, not just your battle prowess, but your metaphysical strength, that Tevat's rules don't apply to you. But if you stand in my way for this particular goal, I will kill you without remorse. And that's what this story needs. It needs stakes. I love Genshin's storyline, but I still hold that, for me, Snezhnaya's revival does kind of, in a way, shrink her sacrifice because it removes the stakes looking back on it. Whereas I can look back on Capitano and still feel the stakes because he's still in stasis with no hint of coming out of it. If they do bring him back, you know, then they bring him back. However, after 500 years of carrying the burden of those souls and finally delivering them, homie deserves rest. That is such a good bookend to his arc. And I almost feel like ending that bookend, ending Capitano's bookend on a tragic victory. I liked how Snezhnaya's also ended her arc on a tragic victory where she was instrumental in winning. It was her formula. Her and Wander and everyone, it was her formula that, but she didn't get to reunite. She still lost her life in the end. And I did like how that section of her ended. I liked how that book ended. I do hope that in Snezhnaya we can sit and simmer with those stakes for a bit. I think that's why Snezhnaya's return doesn't really matter to me, because I feel like they waited enough to bring her back. It's the end of the version. I could have even understood if they held off and reintroduced Snezhnaya during Snezhnaya. I could handle that. I think that's fine. Bring her back, but let me sit in the loss. Let me feel the absence of the character. And let the characters feel the absence of the character as well. For her, however, oh, it popped out of. For her, however, I know a lot of people are going to. I know some people, maybe not a lot of people. I know people are going to disagree. I'm in love with her design and how she's been characterized so far. All right, that has been quite the episode already. Is there any... Sorry, let me go back to the that screen real quick. Is there any frame we get? No, there is not. We don't get a single frame of what was being sliced away. Interesting. Look at those nails. Holy shit. You saw nothing? You saw nothing? You saw nothing.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
Once again, what if I do, Arle?
Add Ash. Thank you for
Thank you for the compass.
Add Ash.
Boop. Boop. I'm getting close to my toes. Oh, nothing happened, Lone Wolf. Nothing. You don't need nothing. Nobody needs to inform Lone Wolf of what he missed. It's he didn't miss anything. That's why. Nothing happened. Oh, I wasn't making anything apparently.
Got another job for me.
Okay, at this point, I think we do still need some more talent materials, but it is not
Time for this.
We don't. It is not the day.
Fuck! It is not time for this.
I could stand to do some Mora, honestly. I'm at 3 million Mora, but I want to get Sandy as high as possible when we get her. As high as possible. As high as possible. So, 3 million Mora is not gonna cut it. So let's go do some, it might seem a little bit weird, but because her talent domain is not open right, Snezhnaya's talent domain is not open right now, I have all of the world boss drops that she needs. I don't need to go hunting any more sub-detection units. I have all of the land cruisers, Toyota or otherwise, that I need. And I've already done my trounce domains for the week. So, it might seem a little bit weird, but let's go Mora hunting. I don't know if I'm gonna, I might crown, like, whatever her most pertinent stat is. If we have the Mora and resources, I might crown one. But I do think that as far as crowns go, I do think that Beto is going to earn that right first. It's going to be Beto. Farina has a crown. I could crown her again. Let's see. We went over this last time, but who has a crown right now? Arleino's normal attack. Lolly's skill. Navia's skill. Oh no, you're at 688? Farina burst. That might be it, actually. Oh, Yelan burst. And then Beto is double crowned. Yeah, I fought both Dottores. I'd been fighting Dottore in a Raiden Lunar. I've been fighting Dottore 2 in a Raiden Lunar Charge team and trying to time it to where I kill him with Raiden's opening of the Musanoi Dotachi. Like, here, let me show you what this is really supposed to look like. Let's try this.
Inazuma shines eternal.
I think that's it for crowns. Bina's burst is ready to be crowned. I'm just kind of holding off on the Mora aspect of it. But Bina has all of the materials ready to be crowned. I'm reminding myself to not use any of these for anyone else because she needs them, and reminding myself to not use any more Moonlight because she needs that for that. So I can just know, hey, I've got everything there, so I don't have to think about just when I have the Mora, I'll throw that on her. I'm saving Mora right now for her GF. Sorry to anyone who doesn't like the shipping aspect of it. I always enjoy the shipping aspect of media. I think I said a while back, like, I don't really get into shipping in games, which is just a lie. I honestly really do. Oh, and Kale. Kale Burst is crowned. Kale Burst is crowned. Oh, that's a constellation. That's why you're at 10. Cool. Yeah, let's go grab some Mora. Yeah. Kale has battled both Dottores. It takes a while. Because even a DPS Kale can hit a lot harder My DPS Kali can hit a lot harder. So, it's possible. I've done it. It takes a while, though. You have to really commit yourself to doing that. Kazuha Burst is so legit for those guys. Just swirl their shields against each other. Mora. Feed me the Mora. What's your guys' Mora count right now? And are you at all worrying about, what was that noise? It sounded like a farm going fallow in Age of Empires. Was that just your tootsies in the water? Was that just your wet socks? Beta doesn't wear socks. 15 million, 200 million, 30 million, 1850, what the? 1930?
1930 in 1856.
We talked about this last stream that Kazuha is not having it these days. This dude is pissed off. He hit so hard for no reason.
The wind knows me.
Like, obviously, yeah, it's Bina, but it's Bina and Anefa. But Kazuha as the driver for this team is insane. 28, 30, 42. Still has some of the coolest animations. That sheathing animation. Him, Kuki, and Ayato have, and Ayaka as well, have really awesome sheathing animations. I didn't mean 28 million. Do you have 28 Mora right now? I didn't mean 28 million. Do you have 28 Mora right now? I think the lowest I've gone to, and it was recent as well, is when we were building Bina. A couple months ago, I went down to like 14 Mora. Okay, I have one more left. Let's go to Fontaine. I have been bringing Sandrone. I have been bringing Columbina along whenever I grind materials for Sandrone. You know, for no reason. That sounded like I was doing a Kazuha impression there. You know, for no reason. This weather is wonderful.
The campaign begins.
The campaign begets. The campaign baguettes.
I can do it.
Another rude awakening.
Absorption test. A moonlit night for all.
Whoops, my fingers are in the wrong place.
Animal hypostation. Shine down. Inazuma shines eternal. It is super. What the hell is that? There's a crumb on my keyboard. It's so hilarious that in EM Raiden as a driver is a stronger character than Raiden as a DPS. At the very least, C0 Raiden. At the very least, my. Not a crab. Why would there be a crab? There, now there is. Oh, I'm out of, I'm out. I'm out!
Reloading! I still love when her eyes glow.
There is no escape.
Number one, what else do we need right now? Number two, my brain is still recoiling from what we just witnessed in those trailers. I have some sigils I can exchange for a couple Mora. Unironically, Lunar Charged has been the Raiden buff. As evidenced by... She just needs her damage up, that's all. Her kit is still... What am I doing? Her kit is relatively cohesive, you know? The rotation is really simple. Just use her skill and then burst with everyone else because her she'll take advantage from... She will benefit from everybody else's burst being used before her own burst. So her rotation is simple. Give me 3,200 more. It's 3,200 more than I had prior.
It is 3,200 more than I had prior.
My crafting elixir. Wait. What do you mean one? Oh, we haven't done the thing yet. Also, this is not where you go to exchange sigils. In the transmutator? Oh, I haven't, what should I use for that? Should I just use these things? I don't... Because you get one per cycle, right? Should I just use these things? Oh my gosh, it takes a shit ton of them, though. Is that worth it? It takes a shit ton of those. Even crap artifacts are better than sanctifying it? That's true. That's true, because these, because then that will allow me to at least choose something on something, on something. Yeah, these leveled up artifacts are decent, which is why they're locked and favorited. It's like that could be an off piece on someone. So to double make sure, it's cool to use this many sanctifying essences on this. That does seem like a better return on investment to get a bagpipe out of... what actually is this? It's a vase, isn't it? I don't know why I always call it a bagpipe. Oh, parabolic. It's a bottle. Oh, it's like a wine bottle or any other kind of bottle. It's drugs. Fantastic, my favorite. Because for upgrading artifacts, you can just use 3-star fodder artifacts you get from grinding Onslaught or yep. Who are we using for this?
My blade will lead us through the shadows.
Sounds good to me.
I love when they talk to each other. Here's a we were browsing voice lines once and I noticed these that line up very well. Hang on, this is important, chat. Fuck. Hang on. It'll be funny after 4 minutes of setup. Okay, over here. And over here. Wait for it. Wait for it. VOD watchers, just skip about 4 minutes. Okay, and then over here. The over here, Endman. I actually have this as an idea for a video, but why not just do it here where I have to waste literally 3 minutes of the stream to do this dumb fucking joke? Okay, I can put that there. I can put this here. I can put that there. I can put this up my ass. I can put that over there. I can put this over here. I can pull this lever. I can tie that in a knot.
What shall we do? Perhaps we could take a walk by a riverbank or somewhere similarly fluvial.
Sure, a walk would be nice.
Thank you for permitting, no, inviting me to join you.
Okay, let's take a walk.
Oh, wait.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Silence!
Okay, wasn't that worth it, guys? Here, one more time in total.
What shall we do? Perhaps we could take a walk by a riverbank or somewhere similarly fluvial.
Sure, a walk would be nice.
Thank you for permitting, no, inviting me to join you.
Okay, let's take a walk.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Silence!
That takes far too much focus to find the voice line. My eyes, I should have done that with an eye tracker. My eyes are like, wait, which one was it? Which voice line? I'm so glad we waited for this. We were going through Nouvelette's voice lines, looking at what he has to say about the Archons, and after stream, I went down to his like battle voice lines, and I was like, wait, somebody else has an add to party voice line about taking a walk. I actually thought it was Beto, but different Liyue person. And then Venti tries to chime in and oh, why? But why? But why? But why? But why? We're not even polling right now. But why? Get that Yai Miko, bro. Thank you. All hail the anonymous narwhal. Bruh, that's so many.
A duel is a battle.
Bro, holy shit. Thank you. Oh my gosh! It's 51! I always forget, like, I know it's 160 Primo Gems to 1 wish. I know what the ratio is. But every time this happens, even when, like, the times that I have dolphined myself a little bit. I still forget, like, just how much, because I did that for Inefa and Ellen Joe. There's the times where I actually have bought crystals myself. Bruh. Thank you. Because you're anonymous, I will assume that you have taken care of your own account first. Prioritize your own account. Look how many characters I have. Look how many 50-50s I've won. I don't thank you so much. Please look after yourself. I don't deserve it, man. All I do is just make videos. Now watch Sandrona. Don't say that. She'll hear you. Cryo women hate me. At least we're on guarantee. But
of the duelist spirit. If your heart recoils in fear,
I gotta turn the AC up after that. I'm like flushed with BRB. I'm also gonna maybe grab a beer. Maybe not. I don't know. Where's that Germany glass? Oh, I took it downstairs. Hang on. I'm gonna go grab Germany and thank you, the narwhal. Cheers. Oh, damn, that's good. Well then, what were we doing? Do you guys remember the first time? I still remember the first time generous, insane, crazy people did something like that. It was a Welkin. And we had only just recently gone through Storm Terror's lair. This was like episode 11 or something. Because we were trying to secure... Oh, jeez. Kicked a wire underneath my desk. We had like just gone through Storm Terror's lair. And that thing came up and I was like, huh, what was that? That was weird. And people were like, somebody bought you something. I was like, oh, thank you. And then the next day, somebody did another crystal and I was like, how do you, what?
Yep.
Anyways. Oh, it's an ancient coat of arms of Germany. My sister got this when she was in Germany. She studied at the Lasky School of the Blind, or she volunteered at the Lasky School of the Blind in Poland. And while she was in Poland, after she was done with her stint there, she stayed on holiday for a little bit and went to Germany and Austria. Not Netherlands, Austria. I can't remember. She went to Germany and picked that up. And as a car enthusiast, which my sister is not, I knew the answer to this already. I was like, but did you go to the Nürburgring? And she was like, no, what is that? And I was like, fuck you. Where are our, not Yashiori, Not, where are our Surumi bros? Where's other places that we can find the two of them?
Join the Adventurers Guild.
Because are they... They're not back... No, they wouldn't be back on the island. That wouldn't make any sense. Because we found them, we found them outside of this, we found them outside of this shop once. And it was during Lantern Rite, and I thought that that was a Lantern Rite specific, interaction. There you go, Luna. Our resident German, which I don't know why, I don't know why it sounds insulting when I say our resident German. My brain tells me that, like, that's kind of fucked up of you, Connery. Oh, transformation. Who should we use? Everybody vote. Mondstadt Library? Oh, no, I have not. You think so? Did we? I don't remember in that case. Farina, will the bros target it? The salon members, aka Farina's bros. Zhongli and Eva. Zhongli, I guess, technically couldn't he? just pulse the pillar. Bottom floor of the library. Let's transform a gator first. Here, let's use Zhongli, and we'll do it right outside of... Which one of these windows do you reckon is Hu Tao's office? Probably, like, right outside of Hu Tao's office.
A walk would be nice.
Oh, they do attack Escoffier's gadget. A walk would be nice. Oops. My wife plays in Chinese. I don't have it downloaded, but I do really like Zhongli's Chinese VA as well. He has that really, like, deep, commanding, I guess all of them do. The one language I haven't really explored a lot in this game is the Korean voiceover. Anyone play in Korean? Boop. Okay, parabolic transformigator. How many? I could spare some of Arlecchino's subordinates. Right? I don't have anyone currently who needs those. Maybe not. Those are a rarer drop than, not that they're a rare drop, though. It's just we don't fight very many of them is the thing. What's y'all's baby saurian count? Be honest. What do I have a shit ton of? Heavy horns. I can't remember who needed these, but I actually ran out of those at one point. These things, the bone shards, the bone saws.
You're going nowhere. Bone saw is ready.
I once again apologize for my horrible, imitations. I was about to say mockeries, which might be a better explanation of it. What are we using? Think, Connery, think! What will you have in 500 years? Renova to the Conrians. We'll use these. Whoa, hi. So how are you? I guess I didn't have to press and hold. Wait. I think the pillar might still have gotten the last hit, actually. It looks like they're exchanging intel. Like, don't look at me, just listen. The target is at... Don't look at me, just listen. The target is at... What is Zhongli's target and where would they be located? You got the goods. Almost. Ah! We're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Where do you think the nail in Snezhnaya will be? I wonder if anyone has already kind of theorized that just from the promo material that we've gotten. Who is here? Cloran. Oh! Oh!
影を狙い剣を振るう代理決闘の依頼かあなたの頼みなら
You guys want to stay in Japanese voiceover for a bit? Oh man, the nostalgia. What is like the game for you guys? Like the nostalgia game for you guys? For me, it's got to be Mario World on the Super Nintendo, which I played. I played it was ported from the Super Nintendo onto the Game Boy Advance. So I got the Game Boy Advance version of it, but I played that constantly. I can't see a single frame of that without remembering, like, oh man, that takes me back to like in the back of my parents' crappy old minivan with, I had one of those little lights, and magnifying glasses that would light up, but it wasn't a name brand one. It was like a cheap like dollar store version of it, and so it broke like within a few months of me having it. My dad like cobbled it back together with super glue and duct tape. Oh, Final Fantasy VII, Pokemon Red. Mario 3 was legit. Mario 3 and World. Halo 1. Ooh. Halo 1. I haven't played Halo 1 in ages. Excuse me. Minecraft, Mario 64, Skyrim. Final Fantasy 6, GBA. I didn't play, did I play 6? GBA Pokemon 2, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, or Crash Bandicoot! Dude, not really similar, but kind of similar. I played so much Spyro at my buddy Elliot's place. So much Spyro. I loved that game. I never had it myself, but it was always like whenever I went over there, it was always Spyro or the original Driver, like the first Driver game. Final Fantasy VII, Nikki. Dress-up game with story. Oh, huh. Crash Bandicoot and the CTR. Twilight Princess! Dude, when the Dragon's Roost theme from Wind Waker came up in Tears of the Kingdom, I think I cried. During the Colgera fight, which it was always Zelda games have always been good about like kind of about respecting their roots and stuff. One of the things that was so haunting to me about Breath of the Wild when I first played Breath of the Wild, which honestly I think the emotional content and the storyline of Tears of the Kingdom hit me harder. I almost think I still regard Breath of the Wild more lovingly. I'll do you one of these days. Stumbling upon the ranch ruins, where it's not called Lon Lon Ranch Ruins, it's just called Ranch Ruins, because enough time has passed that nobody remembers Epona. Nobody remembers that it was even called Lon Lon Ranch. It's just the ruins of a ranch, and that hit me so hard. Walking on, like I stumbled into it when I was just exploring the overworld. This is when Breath of the Wild had like first released, and I hadn't really watched a lot of YouTube content about it yet, or stream content about it yet. So I didn't know all of the secrets and everything. I didn't know what I was walking into, and I just stumbled into it at night during a thunderstorm. And it was so ominous walking through that front gate with the gate like hanging sideways. Ugh. It really gave you the, like, this is post-apocalyptic Hyrule sense. Ocarina is still good. I know it's a very, like, milquetoast opinion, but I don't care. Ocarina is still so good. It's still, it inspired so much of modern video gaming. Like, it laid the foundations for so much of modern video gaming, because it didn't do it spectacularly, but it was the first in a lot of aspects. Maybe not the first, but it popularized that kind of stuff, I feel. I still haven't played the modern reinterpretations of it, or the ports, or anything, or any of the emulated versions that fix a lot of the issues with the original game. I have a quote that I said early in our Genshin career that still haunts me, because someone will find it and misinterpret it. I said something to the effect of that using emulators is stealing. What I meant by that is on Twitch, you cannot play an emulator, because legally it is not considered lawful. But at the same time, anyways, if buying isn't owning... That still haunts me, though, because I didn't expand on it at the time. I think I just said, emulation is stealing, and someone's gonna take that out of context. And it still haunts me. Part of me wants to, like, find that episode and just clip that part, and just cut that part out of it. I would love to place it. I feel risky even talking about this on Twitch occasionally, but, I don't own any emulators. Does anyone know any good emulators out there? Any ones that like run really well? And because I still just have my Game Boy, and our local comic store always has a pretty big case of Game Boy games and Game Boy Advance games for sale. The PS1 emulator. I have no qualm with you. What were we doing? We were just wandering around talking, weren't we? One of my favorite things to do in streams. Oh, I asked a question. I always do this. I asked a question that I didn't follow up on what you guys had to say. Where do you think this? Where do you think the nail in? Where do you think the nail will be in Snezhnaya? Hyperborea is a good answer. Hyperborea got hit. Absolutely got hit with more than one. There will be several. Yeah, Hyperborea would make sense, wouldn't it? I wonder where they're gonna put that. If that'll... Do you think we'll go to Hyperborea in any meaningful sense, in like a big map of it? Even like a sub area, like Ankanomiya. Hyperborea Ankar of Snezhnaya. I mean, it is. So probably, yeah. Thanks for stopping by, Tim. Appreciate you. Say hi to Sam as well. We're already going to the moon again. There's gonna be, man, dude, 7.x is gonna be stacked. If we're talking about a shade collaborating or colluding with an Archon in some meaningful way, meaningful enough that they saw fit to. Are you fucking my ass? That they saw fit to include it in a trailer before the ending version of 6.x has even dropped yet. It'd be one thing if, like, we were in the final days of 6.x. We still have a whole nother version, 2 more patches worth to go through. Who's a Leo archer that's not Yelan? Whoa, oh my gosh, excuse me. Who's a Leo archer that's not Yelan? Wait, how many archers are there in Leo total? Ganyu, I don't have her. Oh, I could sort by bow, can't I? Sumeru, Mondstadt, Inazuma, Shines Eternal, Mondstadt. What the shit? Is it really Yelan and Ganyu and that's Ganyu? Is it really Yelan and Ganyu and that's it? Oh my gosh, I forgot. Will you please? Anyways. Man, using Yelan is cheating. Boom. Bonk. That Yelan, that charge shot saved me a lot of headache in the early game. Man, getting Yelan as my first 5-star character was legit. Her burst, her that breakthrough barb. Also, why are you half health right now? Farina. Time to sharpen my claws! Who here has built their prune and for what reason? I said a Nekomata voice line, and so that made me think of prune because they share an English VA. Oh, for Barca. There's no way this code would. Well, Yelan modified it. Not this one, but. How long before you think somebody mods this coat onto the Tsaritsa? I'm glad that I've never seen a mod that, a Genshin mod that I think that like, oh yeah, that's really cool. Because modding is a great way to get your account banned. And for a streamer, that is far too much visibility. They would nuke you instantaneously. But I've never seen a mod that was just like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. It's always just like, that's neat. That's cool that exists. Prune for Klee. Prune, but only level 70 for standard wishes. I don't even bring them. I realistically should. But having every character, because there's free wishes sitting there if you just take them to 70. Wom wom. We don't need anything else. So the things that we need for Snezhnaya are now resin intensive because we have all of her local specialty drops. We have all of her world boss drops. We have all of her standard enemy drops, the land cruiser axles and wheels. We're kind of lacking on Mora, and we don't have enough talent materials. I think we have enough EXP books. And we also don't have enough... Well, how many total trounce domain drops do you need for a triple crown? Not that I intend on triple crowning her first day, but just so I know, how many do you need for all 3? Because I have 11. That's not enough. Oh, 12 for all 3? Oh, is it? Oh, right. 8 and 9 both use 1. No. 7 and 8 use 1, and then 9 and 10 use 2. 18. 18 for triple. Okay. Damn, that's good. $18 for triple crown. Well, I have 11. I don't have any. Oops. I don't have any. Those things you convert rare drops with. Green obsidian fragment. I'm missing one of those. Where do you think one of those is? Green obsidian fragment. Is that Signs of the Canopy? No, we've already opened that one, haven't we? It is? I thought we already opened that one.
Their members are a ragtag bunch of ruffians with precious little in their heads beyond an obsession for treasure. Treasure! Treasure!
I thought we already read it. What ring is it? The one ring. Green. My poop is green. Green obsidian fragment. Oh, it says Scions right there. The Frost Moon Scions of the Canopy. Crazy lore drop. Use the one ring to open a door with a handful of artifacts in it. Or rather, crazy lore drop, the Frostmoon Scions of the Canopy. Artifacts I still am also kinda lacking on. I still don't know what I think she's gonna want. Probably, like, I just don't know what she's gonna scale on. But she's definitely gonna want crit rate and damage. I don't anticipate she'll want cryo bonus. Although, maybe, because Stellar Superconduct not only reduces resistance to Stellar Superconduct, or Stellar Conduct, but also reduces defense against the Dark Arts. It also reduces resistance to Cryo and Electro raw damage. Attack, crit. Okay. And I'll probably want her on a rate circlet then, if we're giving her the title Shadow. Stellar is like lunar, doesn't benefit from elemental damage. Interesting that they're moving away from that in two versions in a row. Maybe not moving away from it, but they're adding it in a way where raw damage isn't the point. A primordial crystalline gem that's beyond the mundane world. Shines with the condensed hopes and dreams of universes that once were. Did someone say that in Star Rail, the currency also has a lore implication in it as well? It seems like Hoyo is a company that puts lore in everything, including the in-game currency. It's credits. Oh, it's like their currency. Huh. Fascinating. The reason I mentioned Honkai is because I haven't played it, so I don't know. And also, it seems like Honkai is the closest... damn, Notland looks good. Honkai is the closest Hoyo IP that has semblances of Easter eggs across the two games. Even if it's a bit of a stretch. I wonder where that next obsidian fragment is. Have we beat these guys' ass yet? We did wander around last time, just finding some chests and stuff that we hadn't grabbed. Oh, okay, they're dead. Benefa is so fun as an electro enjoyer, because it means that I can kind of just cheat and put any electro DPS I want with them and still be able to run around and clear enemies. There's a wing glider in... I don't know who Herta is. You can actually summon with Nicole. Oh, right. Wait, does that work even in... It works even in co-op. One of the devs said in a talk that they strive to put lore into everything, and as an example, he said the reason Venti's burst has a long cooldown is because he's cutting from his own time to make the attack more powerful. Chevrus's skill cooldown is the time it takes for a skilled musket gunner to reload a musket. It's like underground, you need to find 6 broken fragments around the map. That's reasonable. Keeping Sandy with Benefa just because you want to. That's been what's really fun about having such a diverse lineup of characters, is that if I want to play a character, I can just throw them in a team. I have a team that will work. It might not work well, but it will work for Overworld with them. If I just want to play Clarande, I can just put her in a lunar charge team. I do have a great team for Clarande in her Overload team, though, so. Herta looks like Alice, but purple and gray. I don't know. Herta unironically looks damn near like Sandrone, with a hat, but flat as Farina. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll just nod and just say, Important detail. We have recouped in the time that we've been just yapping about nothing in particular. We've recouped some of that, so let's go grab some. Can I fight this guy with a freeze team? Can I freeze him? Or can I juggle him with Overload? Probably not, right? Or I don't think Overload works on that dude. Vojanitsa has the same VA as Eula. Huh. Yola and Mila. We tried the drowning tactic. I don't know why it was just beyond me. I don't know why I couldn't get that done. We could try again. Ending the fight on that lunge is so baller. Boop. And a Piper, huh? Hoyo hates Eula so much they gave her VA another character instead of giving the character buffs. Eula was last seen drunk in that event at Mondstadt. And she wasn't even talking about vengeance either. She was and she wasn't. Piper. I barely know her. I'm not proud of that one. How are you doing right now, Desert Beto? So-called Desert Beto. You still got your sacrificial, yeah? She didn't have her burst ready, so this is... Oh, hey, what are you still doing alive? There you go. Now you're doing good. Did that hit for 12,000? Did Durin just hit that dude for 12,000? He was so far away, though. Was that Dia's field? Where did what even come from? The that was Durin? That was so far away! She was in another zip code. Good job, Durian. My Durian needs a heavy rebuild. Like, okay, first off, remember that he just hit for 12K. Not all that bad. He's been very helpful in every team I've put him in. He has 1600 attack, 45 by 1. Oh, he has a lot better than I thought he would. Never mind. I thought he was at like 30 by 70 or something. Never mind. Oh, the I barely know her. I don't know where that comes from, but it's. Yeah, Durin's ER. I mean, I wanted it that way so that pretty much every rotation, I don't have to even think about it. I think it's more than he needs. I think he's over cap, but I never have to worry about it. I can just brainlessly, throw him out there. He only needs like 120. Okay, so I can take that off or something then. Because he's on an ER. I thought he had a high air. I thought he, number one, had a high ER requirement, and number two, didn't generate all particles for himself. However, he is on Favonius, so. Oh, never mind. He's got 70 cost. Highest requirement in solo pyro was 150. 10-4. I don't have any resin. We just used all of that. Where am I putting this mug? Why does Dia continue making the stretching noises even after I keep walking? Once that voice line starts, it doesn't stop. It's not like you can interrupt the Osmanthus whine, But if Dia starts stretching and you start walking away, she'll keep making stretching voice noises. What the shit? She needs to maintain her sand legs. Don't I know it? Oh my gosh, with all this, you're only hitting for 12,000? One day. Did you hear her scream? Thank you for taking up the slack, Kazuha. Much appreciated. All of that Mona bubble during Kazuha shred, she still was punching for 12,000 per punch. I don't remember what team it was in, and it must have been against something that has a really low pyro resistance, like the Land Cruisers. I have hit 30,000 per punch with her, but it was super rare, and it was only for a couple punches. Well, that's one chest that we found that we had not found. Yeah, that phonetically makes sense. That makes grammatic sense. Oh, Yoimiya Mono Pyro is what this is right now. Who else is in this one? Oh, Yelan. We still got milk. When did they start doing away with the Fulgia sweet flowers? I haven't seen a Fulgia sweet flower in a hot minute, as far as the recent nations go. 3 archers and a cat. Move Mona to the hex set. No, she is not on the hex set. That means I can give. Okay, yeah, she did. That means I can strip that from her and put it on. You didn't have to use the word strip, Conry, and put it on. Put it and keep it on Xingqiu. Oh, wait. She has a really cute voice in Japanese, though. No, no, no.
Venti, the bard that sits around doing nothing all day? What's so interesting about him? Sure, I guess I can take a look. Huh, that's weird. The scry glass, I can't see a thing. This wind, I can't open my eyes. No, my hat, my clothes, stop. The wind's going to strip all my clothes off. Make it stop, make it stop. All right, I'll never do this again.
Must have been the wind. Truly. Indeed. I concur. Was that a random chest in an area that's already been 100%ed? That can and does happen, but as we were wandering around looking for chests, we had we were around here last when we were wandering around looking for chests. Oh, okay. No, Phoenix! Bad. Down, boy. What? Out them! Oh, hey.
No! I seek nothing! I seek nothing!
Oh my gosh, another one? Bites the dust. Wonder what squeaks Sandy will bring us for the Phoenix game. Well, probably not many, because I imagine that Sandrone is a well-oiled machine. I hate myself.
All right.
So she's not squeaky, you know? Like... You did that to yourself. That's why I said I hate my culpability was very clear. Oh, another Mora cairn. But it's not a cairn. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, there's a bunch of shit over here. Over near here? I thought we'd explored this place really thoroughly. Fish. Oh, it's you! People of the Sprigs. Let's go! Indwell like a holosaurus, or indwell a Mualani. I do, in fact, need a surfboard, it seems. Oh, jeez! Eve! Aster Yao be like. Oh no, it's right there! Sorry. So true, bestie. I don't know why this so true bestie is so funny to me. You guys always say it when I do something, when something stupid like that happens. Ugh.
Are you going to hold a festival?
Are you? That sounded very accusatory. I'm sorry, Yoimiya. You did not deserve that from me. You did not deserve that tone or that question. Map exploration, including subregions. Let's start at Mondstadt. I'm not going to keep that voice up. Mondstadt were 100% except for Starfell and Dragon's Pain. Windrest, obviously, that one was easy. There was hardly anything up there. I cannot believe I'm still so low on... Where am I missing on both of these areas? Bishui and Cheongji? Sea of Clouds, Lisha, Chasm is done. Minlin is done. Or Minlin is not done, actually. Minlin and Lower Chenyu are not done. Over to Inmaizuma. Oh, Watatsumi's not done either. I'm so glad that I don't have to go back to Tsurumi, because honestly, it just pisses me off. Like when I port over there, I see the sacrifice site, I see the altar, and I just get angry. I was sad before, and these days I'm just like, are you fucking morons? Are you kidding me? I just get angry when so I'm so glad that is 100%. There might be like 1 or 2 chests that are not included in the 100%. I almost don't care. Like, I'm not going. I don't want to go back there. That quest was so sad. So other than Watatsumi, Inazuma is all done. Sumeru, we have a lot, and we also have some Aranara to find as well. So there's some Ara-Aras to be found here. There's Aran-Aras to be found regardless, and then there's also exploration in Vanarana, and then Ashavan as well. Desert is pretty well taken care of, though. Actually, Desert is taken care of, including Vorakasha and Tuniki Hollow. Excuse me. Fontaine is taken care of, except for Yuffie region. Yuffie. And then for Natlan, everything except for these mountains that we're on right now is taken care of, including the volcano. Summertime Resort, that was another easy 100 as well. And then, obviously, Nodcry introduced the crazy treasure compasses that just find everything. For sub-realms, Anka is 98. We have discovered these additional islands. There's still something... There's still things hidden around here. So we're not 100% there. Chasm Undergrounds is 100% though. Bygone Eras, 98. Not quite there on that one. Sacred Mountain, 96. Not quite there. Temple of Space, 100. So, not bad. For 2 years. Oh, I see it. In the words of Homimi Miyami. Silence! Who has their new V, by the way? I didn't even see the explosion. The explosion didn't load in. What the one? New VC2. Got him a lucky 10 pole last banner. C1R1. That would be a really good place for a chest, but also a very cruel place for a chest. We're not on. I'm not on it though.
Bring it.
Oh. Oh, is this one of those that needs where are we? This doesn't need anything special, does it? Oh, was it literally that just bow?
Good stuff in here.
Was it
Wanna
literally
split
just that bow users are weak at mining? I don't know if this particular song is, but a lot of the Natlan soundtrack is in Swahili, and it's so beautiful. I don't know if this particular song is, but a lot of the Natlan soundtrack is in Swahili. I believe the Ode of Resurrection is in Swahili. Bows do no blunt damage to rocks. Okay, nothing. We wandered over here, but I don't remember if we really were pulsing our Pulsinella. I hate that I just said that. That sounds horrible. Remind me, what are you talking about, Phoenix? What are you ever talking about? That's my 50-50 as a streamer, looking over and wondering what the hell you guys are talking about. What spawned that comment? Quest with the kid in the ground. Yeah, it's just a kid in the ground, though. He'll be fine. There's a couple quests that probably have some stuff in it. Isn't there? The one wholesome time. What was being discussed? Bows do no. What was being? What we? I already forgot what I even said. Oh, Linnea mentioned. Yeah, mining with Linnea would be legit. All right, maybe that one's on me. Yeah, why no glasses skin for Linnea? Like an auto skin? I know that this wasn't an automatic skin. It was later, but like a skin that adds very small changes like this. Or amber skin. Man, poor Rosaria. I did a little bit of research after you guys told me. Rosaria got thrown into oblivion, and then two nations later, and then poor Rosaria. Anyways, I didn't say that. You said it. It's not my fault, except for the parts where it's my fault. Capybara. Every time I'm wandering around Natlan with my wife when she needs like materials for Mualani or something, we'll be traveling through the wilderness, and she'll stop and just go capybara, and then we'll keep on going. No comment afterwards or before. It's just I know that like when I see a capybara, okay, I'll stop, I'll wait for her to do that, Now we can keep on walking. Shenhe, what? Shenhe didn't, what? What the hell? The only reason that looks strange is because this is so obviously sheer. Because otherwise you could just say like, oh, it's leather. Like it's not, but this is so obviously sheer fabric right here. This is a skin that I would get. Cloud Mom's got good taste. Okay, we might be good on this end of this plateau, actually. So we can keep on going towards the other side, towards the west end. Look at Shenhe's drip. I believe you that it was there and now it's not.
Ready for anything. All right, let's finish this fast.
They lived, but what kind of quality of life will they have? These are some of my favorite streams. Oh! Ah, shit. It's the kid that... It's the kid that needs help. Oh, hi! Ah, fine.
By royal decree.
Things are about to get dicey. Take it easy.
Let the magic's veins boil. Midnight, fantastic.
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over.
Forgot how fun Jean is. Jean would kind of make sense as a driver. She doesn't heal very much is the problem, but Jean would almost make sense as a driver for Farina because with her Ascension passive, every single one of her hits will heal a small bit. Or 50% of her hits will heal a small bit. Yoy.
Let's go.
Let's go out and play. I'm so glad that Inazuma had characters like Yoimiya during the war. People who were just there to, like, remind people that fun exists. Remind them that joy exists. Hey, what are you doing here?
What? You scared me half to death. What if I fell? How would you pay me back? My hidden powers have not been fully awakened yet, you know. I'm just a helpless little child.
Oh, sorry. Paimon didn't mean to give you a fright, but hidden powers? Would you develop some super duper ultimate technique or something?
Look, it's called a hidden power for a reason. If it's hidden, how the heck would I know what it is?
Oh, he's got a point.
Look, let's put all that to the side for now. Can you help me find the star shards? I've saved up quite a bit of pocket money from helping out Mama Coco, and you can have every last Mora.
Well, since you're asking us for help, can you at least tell us your name? By the way, Paimon's Paimon. This is Conry.
The name I use now is nothing but a code name, that's all. But everyone calls me Orko, or so you might as well too. Now about those star shards. Will you help?
Though, just what is a star shard? Doesn't sound like it's something you can come by too easily.
They're shards, split off from stars that fell from the sky.
Is that a reference to that one event?
As long as you find them and return them to the original spot, we can regain the power that was lost. Look, Oh.
Hi, Meru, welcome. Long time no crab. This quest foreshadowed the moon fragments beyond the sky.
Fascinating. A fallen star is just down below.
So, by the way, this is not the salsa voice.
The salsa voice is more aggressive and more theatrical. This is a different character. A fallen star is just down below. So there's got to be some leads to find star shards down there. Come on, please, give me a hand.
Okay. We'll help you out this time. Though still, star shards and lost power and whatnot feels like something out of a novel.
You've never even heard the story of Koyar and Ukuku? My dad's told me it 1,000,000 times, and I've got it completely memorized. I'd be happy to share it with you. But let's go down and take a look together first.
Oh! Wow, that's a biggin'. That's what someone said. Who said it is up for you to decide. Whew, I'd never made it down here by myself.
Thank you.
So, this is a fallen star? If you look it up close, what a weird rock. Ether, you freaking weirdo.
Ah! Mysterious powers surging through my body.
Yeah. Really? Wait a sec. We haven't even found the scattered fragments yet. Speaking of the fragments, are there any clues to them around here? Paimon doesn't see a thing. So, what's next?
We'll have to rely on our raw strength. Hit it with all the might of a Tepalosaurus, and maybe we'll find out where the missing fragments are. Brute force can solve most problems, thank you, Chen. That's what my dad says. That's what Chen says. That's what Chen, my dad, says. That's what my dad, Chen Tianyu, says. But I still haven't awoken my strength, and I don't have my own Saurian either. So you're all I've got.
I have a Shilonen with me. Hit it with the strength of a full-grown Shilonen. Okay. I was like, am I not doing something right? The patch, a shining patch on the patch! Oh my gosh, bro. Her poses and animations! Hold on, there's a chest here.
There's a lot of good stuff in here. Want to split it? Just kidding. You can take it.
Just catching. You can take it. Just kecking. Just keck W. I want to see Shilon and keck W.
Dad'll be happy for sure. My dad, Chen Tianyu.
Star Shard.
Dad'll be happy.
Oh.
Like, what else do you want from me?
Okay. Up there. Up there. And, oh, that was it. Rule of threes. Rule of clees. just keep distracting you. Mom, Shilona's breakdancing on the walls again. That should be alright. This commission was way easier than Paimon thought it'd be. Still, do miraculous powers like that exist? Paimon was pretty skeptical before. And want to awaken some hidden powers too, do you? Of course! Wouldn't it make things really easy if you had, say, a super treasure-seeking ability with a power to just destroy any monster with one punch? Come on, Connery. Wouldn't you want that?
I want more power! It's over 9,000!
Oh!
Come on. Hurry up and put the fragments back on the star. Whew. Wonder what power will awaken. Maybe I'll even ascend to the sky. Or maybe not. Who knows? Not me.
Falling stars, adorn my night. Before you send to heroes pass the trial here to request a reward for courage and loyalty. Awaken, Nighthead. Connery, do you feel any unbelievable power? Not really. The big rock hasn't changed a bit. No mysterious glow, not even sudden shaking or just cracking right open. Did we use the wrong incantation? Sounded right to Paimon though. Try Azarath Metreon Zinthos. Still, we occasionally run into situations like this when we're exploring ruins. If you misremember the password or signal, the mechanism just won't respond.
Weird. I was told saying that stuff would liberate the hidden power.
Told by who? The person who told me closed their eyes and started moaning in pain soon after they recited it.
Not only that, but afterward he gained a magic eye that could tell the value of
gems. The symptoms sound familiar. Oh my. I finally found you, you silly little goose. How'd you end up out here? Your father's been worried sick about you.
I told him I'd be back when it's time to eat.
Did he have to tell you? Still talking back? You two kids down there, don't you tarry either. Who knows what kind of daughter? Who knows what kind of daughters might show up if you dally there? Who knows what kind of dangers might show up if you dally there? You bring Orko back up and explain the situation. Who knows whose daughters might show up? Those are just childish fantasies he was talking about. Sorry you had to get involved with his mischief. He's gotten quite naughty, as nobody really disciplines him. After all, his mother isn't around and his father's eyesight is poor. Thank you for that, Hoyo! One of these days... What kid has had... Yoimiya had a decent childhood. I'm like actually legitimately thinking. Because my mind was like, Barbara, no. Albedo is a creation. He spent some time not coming to terms with that, but investigating it. Mualulu. Oh, Soundling was pretty stable. Kachina, Yenfei. Okay, there's a couple. As far as NPC kids, though, we haven't met many. Somebody once said something to the effect of these playable characters, why does everyone have a tragic backstory? It's like, because otherwise they would be an NPC. Like, a lot of times the compelling parts of their story unfortunately comes from tragedy or something significant about them. If they were just boring, they wouldn't be a playable character to begin with. He's gotten quite naughty. Nobody really disciplines him. After all, his mother isn't around and his father's eyesight is poor. I try to help out as a neighbor, but I haven't got unlimited energy either. Oh, so that's it. Paimon knew it. There's no way something like that could be true. Imagine just collecting a few stone fragments and getting mysterious powers.
I'm not being naughty. It's for Dad.
Don't be so bird-brained. It's all because you won't listen to those older and wiser. At least you're safe this time. At least you're safe and sound this time. But did you ever just stop? Did you ever stop to think about what would happen if you got into some real trouble someday? No. I retract my. You don't get Sandrone's. Enough. You just behave now and come back with me.
Fine. But first, here you go, you two. We did agree. Here's the Mora I promised.
Do take it. We would want him to be someone who isn't true to their word. Well, since you put it that way, we won't say no.
Yes, maybe I'll need your help in the future. We failed this time, but that doesn't mean we won't succeed next time. Right.
Huh? You little munchkin.
Come, Mama Coco. Let's go. My dad awaits. Thank you both. I shall see you next time.
Well then. Are we still at 99? There's probably some more small chests and stuff lying around. But for the time being, that seems like that's that, doesn't it? Let's see. We've already been going for 2 hours and 30 minutes right now. Where am I missing? What am I missing and where? In these two parts of Liyue. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, and then we'll be back. And then we'll be back hunting. But this is a 1.x area. BRB. Wow, that looks atrocious. It's growing in. It'll look normal before too long. I'm very self-conscious about that. Excuse me. Excuse me. Pardon me. I love the voice of those Fatui operatives. The banquet is nearing its end. Please accept my sincere condolences or whatever. My sincere condolences to your own funeral. Oh, stuff on top of a mountain? That's what a pile of cats is called. A mountain. Okay, I was about to say, it was very quiet right now. No, Shilulu. Climb, please. Shiloden, will you please skate up the side of this sheer cliff for my princessen? Thank you. How did you guys like Snow Trace? Was it different in any way to the original Wind Trace? Trembling. Oh. Teleport to Minlin in across Dihua Marsh with What? This one? With oh, that's the place a pillar on the statue's head. We have gotten that one. Place a pillar on your head. Place a pillar on your head.
Quietly now.
Time for a light show.
That's not gonna work against that Geo Shield. But I can shoot him in the back. Much better than what I was about to say.
Busted.
No, you! Oh, we got a wise guy over here. No, I'm drowning!
By royal decree.
Damn, Fischl. Like, Dragon's my map of the first Wind Trace, so not so different. Sneaky. It was more fun the previous one, at least for me. Didn't like the Dead by Daylight variation. Cool. Pillar in the Circle of Lion statues near Wangshu? I don't think so, actually. Oh, my eyes! Oh, my eyes! Might be time for a new pair of contacts. Lion statues? Oh, that one. Yeah, that one we have. Right? Well, it wouldn't have kept something there. Here, I'll pull out Zhongli and place one there just in case. Doesn't Ningguang's Jade Screen also count as a construct as well? Technically.
Sure.
Yeah, we have got that one.
Yeah, let's
get this over with. I remember when we first walked up to Stone Gate, looked over, saw Wangshu in the distance. The music that played. I still love the Liyue soundtracks. I said this before, I think one of the things that really captured me about this game was how much Liyue reminded me of what an Avatar: The Last Airbender game could have been. It seemed like it hit all of the points that I would be looking for in an Avatar game. The design, the music, the architecture, the historical influences of like historical Chinese culture, elemental abilities and stuff. I don't know why people keep fumbling the idea of an Avatar video game. I think it's maybe because of licensing or something that like the good ones can't get it visible because of licensing issues. I don't know. That's often the reason why when racing games come out and it's like, why is this car not in it? It's because even if like for example Forza, even if they have a contract with Porsche, they might not have a contract. The contract might not include that car. Or sometimes it is just the developers being like, we don't want to make a model and sound pack for that car. Buried statues near the frogs. Timmy! The ghost of Timmy. Timmy's not dead. The ghost of Timmy pulled her bow at the last second. That's what that was. In Minlin. Oh, the frogs. The frogs. I don't know where that is. Minlin is also 98? It was also 98, bro. How is it so not done yet? That's an artifact spot where I used to grab fodder facts. Timmy's dead. Damn. The ghost of Timmy's dad, bro. Thanks, Dad. Thanks for looking out for me. Seeing the Timmy meme with the ruin guards at the gate in Varka's trailer was hilarious. It seems like they're pretty in tune with their community. Frogs. Onslaught is about to reset, isn't it? Will Onslaught reset before or after the banner change, the version change? Because Onslaught is about to change 3 days, 8 hours. 4 days, 8 hours for theater, and then Abyss just reset. It's got 19 days on it. After, okay. Well, we will see when Sandrone comes home. We will holy fuck! That human saw 0. Thanks to the incredible, generous Narwhal, we now have a, even if Sandy takes us to Hard Pity, we have a 60 wish head start on Yae Miko's Chronicle banner. So we'll see how many we can build up. I think I probably won't pull on Miko unless we think we can guarantee a 5-star by the time that banner ends. Which, if we already have a 60 wish head start between Welkin and Quest Primos and everything, and Patch Primos. Well, Chronicled Pity, I think we're still at 0, aren't we? The last Chronicle we pulled on was still Yoimiya, wasn't it? Did we pull on a Chronicle prior? And if not, we're at like 1 or 2 Pity, so I believe. Can you check history even on Chronicle? Clorand. So yeah, which Clorand was on a 10 pull, wasn't it? Or was on a single, wasn't it? Oh, Chronicled Wish. 0. 0. Boop. I think I'm still too far north. I think everything around here is shit that we've done. Minlin? Where have we not spent a lot of time in and around Minlin? Around here, right? That's still considered... That's north. However, it's surrounded by 3 places that are not done. So let's go over here.
The fireworks are gonna get soaked. Let's find shelter quick.
Ah!
Oh, we're not going to make it.
We're gonna make it, Yoi. The fuck? Yoi Mia would not swear. Of the characters in Genshin that deserve one swear, they deserve a swear free pass. How are we missing a...
This is great. I feel so relaxed all over.
What? How? All of these towers have been activated. Not only all of these towers have been activated, they've been activated and we went into the ruins that they opened as well. What world quest would give me... What? I don't understand. The cave near Chingsei? Yeah, we did that. We fight a bunch of ruin guards there. What? Why? Okay, we don't just have it and haven't used it. It's not in here. I don't understand. Also, the key looks... Reputation, maybe? That's wild. What the hell? Here, I'll bring my Liyue team for this. Oh, never mind. This is no longer a Liyue team. It can be, though.
Chivalry will never die.
Who else? You obviously cannot filter by country. Who else from Liyue could be added to this? John Mihoyo? Who was usually in here with a whatever.
Let's go stretch our legs while the flavors are mingling.
Let's go stretch our legs. Let's go stretch our flag. Shouldn't say that. Let's go stretch our flavors while the legs are mingling.
Take it easy.
Do with that sentence what you will. But that doesn't give me... We're max reputation. So that doesn't give me anything. That doesn't give me a key.
All tasks have been handed out. Ah, how relaxing.
Sounded like Yanagi's VA for a sec. Treasure lost, treasure found? Where does that start? What is this quest? And where is it? Let me think of a team to bring for this, by the way. Maybe just Beto, actually. Or what team were we using? Oh, we were using Kazuha. We were using Raiden over Raiden.
What is the situation?
Oh, Raiden. Is this really what our team was for a really long time? It was this?
This time.
It was Raiden Taser? Huh, I never really thought about what that team comp was. Wangshu, okay. At Wangshu. That's a super weird, whatever. Nah, no. That's a super weird team.
Come with me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Be gone long.
Please select target for...
I need to change to whatever. I'm thrown off now at Wangshu. Sorry, is not at Wangshu? I thought her name was Moldy. It is not. What is it called? A treasure lost, treasure found? You can give a Chi of Yor, which I did. The tree that stands alone in Minion, treasure lost, treasure found, Gueli Plains near the ruins. I didn't realize there were quests that get away from me.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's gonna work.
My will embodied. Transfiguration. A little moose boosh. Yeah.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Ooh. Oh, hey, look, a quest marker. Yeah, we'll do that later. How many secrets does Leo truly hold? Secrets? Oh, traveler, it's you. The secrets I'm referring to are a set of inscriptions. The place we are in is called Gueli Assembly. According to Leo folklore, it was once inhabited by people In fact, it was rather prosperous. But for various reasons, the whole place was wiped out. All that remains now is the countless ruins scattered across the landscape for various reasons. Some stories put it down to the conflict between the gods, others say it was like a war between humans, and some sources talk of a sudden catastrophic natural disaster, excuse me. Whatever the reason was, the ruins are all that remain here now. The only ones who come are the hilly trolls, the treasure hoarders, and masochistic scholars like me, who, in spite of all risks, just can't resist the idea of how much research value these ruins have to offer. In practice, though, scholars like me aren't actually cut out for this kind of field work. I've hardly covered any ground yet, and I already need a rest. The actual ruin exploring seems more your area of expertise. What do you say? Fancy helping me out? What am I looking for? Text, essentially. Written messages from the past. And if you're looking for text in ruins as ancient as these, that means looking for stone pillars and stone tablets. Stone is the oldest, most durable medium for written communication, all the more so in the domain of the Geo-Archon. The stones here have borne witness to all of history. I am sure they will not disappoint.
Could it be true? What I've heard?
Not likely. Depends what you've heard. Rumors about me? Probably. Stone tablet. Is that eggs up there, or is that eggs? Is that eggs up there, or is that a stone tablet?
Yeah.
It's eggs. There's eggs.
Eggs in my Genjin? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, hey. Approved! Does that even mean anything? May as well write it down. In the beginning, when the people assembled to farm the land, the transcript seems to be a record of some event. Oh, that's it. In the beginning, when the people assembled to farm the land. Well, don't look over here, Balar.
Take it easy.
So I'm writing on this one. And after the assembly was named Gueli, after the names of two gods. Wonder who those were. Why you gotta take away a character like Guizhong? She was so cute and pure. Her sleeves were too long for her. She was a member of Too Long Sleeve Crew, which is a very exclusive group. It's her and Aino. And that's kind of it.
Quietly now. Take your true form. Here comes the catch.
You took those hits quite hard, Shenhe. Shenhe. The gods laid down 4 commandments for the people. Oh my gosh, you found me! Thank you for the subscribe. Thank you for subscribe. Can't talk, but thank you. Thank you for subscribe. Shenhe, relax.
My will embodied by ordinance divine.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Rejoice! You are fortunate enough to be murdered by the Regina of all waters. That's more something Fisher would say. Rejoice! You are fortunate enough to be struck by a smooth criminal. god named Guizhong descended, whose dominion was over dust, and whose reach shrouded the skies for thousands of miles apart. Around, rather. One more left. We've already circled the wagons on the whole property, haven't we? So last one, the last melon. Melon Miyabi. I'm pretty sure there was an Ock in here at some point. There is an old theory that Guizhong never died and became Sendro. That seems like that's an absolute crack theory even back then. What incentive would Guizhong have for going completely undercover, never contacting any of the Adepti ever again? Where am I missing? We already circled the main part. They were all on the perimeter, and there were 4 of them. They were usually around torches. They were usually around a Torchix. Oh! Then another god descended, whose dominion was over Geo, and who brought the people of Liyue to this place. Jointly, they shepherded the people for their protection. The transcript seems to be a record of some event. Interesting. Guizhong and Zhongli lore. People ship them, don't they? Because you could obviously just read that as just a collaboration, but... Find anything in the ruins? I found 5 stone tablets. After 100 years, hearing Charlie mumble about... Great, let's see. Ugh, these are all over the place. Sorry. Let me see if I can work out the right order. There's a lot of missing text here, so it's quite disjointed. Also, I'm still not sure on the order. But anyway, this is my best guess. If I landed up like this, it reads as follows. In the beginning, when the people had assembled to farm the land, a god named Guizhong descended, whose dominion was over dust, and whose reach shrouded the skies for thousands of miles around. The god laid down 4 commandments for the people. Then another god descended, whose dominion was over Geo, and who brought the people of Liyue to this place. Jointly, they shepherded the people for their protection, and the assembly was named Guili after the names of the 2 gods. It seems to be about the history of the Guili assembly. No fucking shit, Soraya. And of a god with power over dust who watched over this place. But it also mentioned another god who came here at some point, and even brought some of their people with them. Also, it seems to be saying the name Guili, as in Guili assembly, came about by taking 1 syllable from each of the names of these 2 gods. Huh. How fascinating. In all the documents I've ever read, I've never come across any mention of 2 gods who coexisted peacefully, let alone who actively worked together. It seems they were Farina and Mirror Me. It seems there are more than just... It seems there are more than just 2 allied gods. They were best friends and roommates. But what happened to them? They can't have just disappeared. And how was the Guili assembly laid to waste so completely? With 2 gods watching over it, no disaster should have been quite so devastating. Natural or otherwise. Which means that whatever happened was beyond even the gods' power to withstand. Even the gods have limits. Traveler, could you keep looking for more clues? Unless I'm mistaken, there should be more stone tablets around here, just like the ones you've seen already. Maybe they'll tell the story of what happened next. That which is recorded on these stone tablets seems to differ in some places than from those in some documents. So many legends, so many tellings. Which of these is the truth, I wonder?
Could it be true? What I've heard?
Are those... no, they're not. I thought that these were dendroslorms. The theory about Zhongli being the geo-sovereign true, and when it rains, Newbie cries. When an earthquake happens, Zhongli farts. The best evidence of Azhdaha being the geo-sovereign is that the Chinese voice describes him the same way that it describes a pep. Just the language that is used. What do you mean? Oh, because that button. Would you like to play a game? You know what? I am gonna use I am gonna use a Liyue team. And it's gonna be a team that I never use, and I will modify the Beidou team to do so. I built my Kuching because I wanted to, and now I'm going to use her because I want to.
Time is against us.
Hang on, I said Liyue.
It's time to pull the trigger.
Chivalry will never die. Let's hit the town.
Let's kill a clown. What? Nothing, nothing. Why are you so worried? Who? All right, fine. Stop falling and fall. So much right on the stone tablet. Lots of unreadable. Let's copy down the parts. Let's copy down the parts. Guizhong's 4 commandments are: teach with wisdom, be bound by virtue, fortify the bones, unite in ambition. The convergence of these 4 shall be known as the Guili Assembly. One can bear not to leave one's native land. A treasure lies in Guili, and Guizhong's 4 commandments shall guide those in generations to come who aspire to find it. In those generations to come who aspire to find it, if they would test themselves against the 4. The Furious 4. Okay, and then 300 meters away. I think we do this quest and then we end for the day. We're creeping up on past 3 hours, or rather, we're past 3 hours currently.
Take it easy.
And then, as I said, gonna be a long weekend for streaming. I'm gonna take Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off, and Monday off as well. As part of our anniversary celebrations, Mrs. Connery and I, celebrating our 7th wedding anniversary, are going to record another video, another Genshin video. Don't get the key from this part, from part 2. Okay. At least we have the path to get to that. We have the path forward.
Cut to the chase.
Is that still the old VA? Why?
Dancing in the wind. Flip and fly.
Hey!
Busted.
Don't you teleport away!
Things are about to get dicey.
Okay. So many words have faded! And there they fought upon Gwaili Plains, where black dust choked the heavens, and 1,000 rocks splintered. And she's clear the balls up there. That is no closer if I teleport over there. Excuse me. We'll probably possibly complete side quest adventure in Zenless, and then embark on our 2.0 adventure. This is a good stop for fodder artifacts. Oh, I need that sweet flower. I need that sweet flower. Yeah!
Gotcha. Witness the power of Guhua.
And this is the power of Guhua. Oh my gosh, Xingqiu! This is in fact the power of Guhua. And this is in fact order. I deeply appreciate that even after all these years, YouTube animator Zanir has remained loyal to the Kaching Ether ship. Never dropped their guard. Ah, you're back. I was starting to wonder how much longer I'd have to wait. Found anything? 2 more stone tablets. Ooh, let me see. Freaking the Nicole's voice line. Nicole's treasure voice line we listened to. Ooh. And here they fought upon Gwaili Plains, where black dust choked the heavens and 1,000 rocks splintered. Ooh, oh my. It appears to be saying that a battle once took place on the Gwaili Plains, and an enormous battle at that. That must have been the battle in which the Gwaili Assembly fell, but as for this other passage, it seems to have been written by someone who couldn't bring themselves to leave their home, so they stayed here. And what's more, there's treasure. Clearly you have a fondness for treasure, but you're not wrong. There is indeed treasure in the Gwaili Plains if this passage is to be taken literally. But then we have Guizhong's 4 commandments shall guide those in generations to come who aspire to find it, followed by teach with wisdom, be bound by virtue, fortify the bones, unite in ambition. The convergence of these 4 shall be known as the Gwaili Assembly. How does one decipher that? I wouldn't know where to start. Well, let's head back to Wangshu Inn. I think all we need is some downtime before we try to tackle the riddle of Guizhong's 4 commandments. Alright, cool. We can pick that up. Why is my webcam filming at such poor frame rate? It's kind of charming, isn't it? 15 FPS? Why is Kaching... Why is the old VA being used?
Come with me.
That was weird. Anyways.
Want me to come along?
Oh, you know what? I can still do a Liyue only team. It's just gonna be these dudes. These dudes. Okay. Before we end, I did actually, for the first time in months, I did actually work in the teapot. I am altering Electro Island a bit. Still keeping the lighthouse. Still keeping the shrine and everything. Still keeping this little courtyard. But adding stuff to it. I guess I can just walk over there, can't I? This music. We're pulling for Sandrone at Real Anapausius, by the way. I got some trees. I've got the Lisa Dodoko here. I've got this little like weapon stash area. And I'll be adding these cute bushes around the entirety of this. As long as I have the load limit for it. This seems like an actual like enterable mansion. This seems like the main building, but it's not. It's just a big ass house. Then I have this cute little place right here. I feel like this is a somewhat decent Miko pole spot. In Electro Waifu Island, which is where we pulled Flynn's BT dubs. I should put a temporary teleport down. Two options. I go to Real Anapausius, put a real teleport down, or it's not a big ask for me to walk all the way there in order to pull for Sandrone. That is not a hindrance. In fact, I would do that happily in order to pull for her. I don't need to make the job any easier on myself, because it is a labor of love. I cannot even identify in words what particularly about Sandrone. I don't know why I love this character so much. Can't tell. I really don't know. Because as far, like, there are aspects of her character that I actually think are done better in other tsunderes or other engineers or other robots or other geniuses. But there's something about Sandrone in particular that there's something about Sandrone in particular that she sits up there with characters like some of my favorite characters in all of video gaming, and I'm never going to be able to identify cleanly exactly what it is. But Sandrone is that once I heard that she's coming to Banner, she's the first character to ever make me consider, like, Arleino did a little bit, but I got over that very quickly. She's the only person to ever make me consider changing my avatar frame, my avatar portrait. And I still won't. I'll still keep Beto there. But I was like, should I change to Arleino? Maybe I should change to... Nah, I got over that very quickly. But I still go through, like... Maybe I do. I won't. I really don't think I will. But Sandrone is the first and only character to make me really consider that. Because as much as I love Beto, as far, like, the combination that characters need to really elevate for me is amazing gameplay, deep lore, incredible designs, great personalities, and compelling personalities. You can be unlikable and still be a great character, hence Dottore. I loved Dottore as a villain. And Beto, as much as I love Beto, and I will always put her, like, I will always call it Beto tier, because you never forget your first love. You never forget your Beto. But gameplay-wise, I have a lot of characters that are way more fun to play than Beto. I have a lot of characters that that I like their design more, their personality, their voice, their characterization. And despite that, Beidou has stayed my icon for the longest time, even though she's no longer my favorite character. She's just the evergreen character. She's the character that I always go back to. When in doubt, like, who am I going to use for this, like, event or something like that? She's just an evergreen character. And a character that's evergreen doesn't have to be your favorite character. I actually like Arleino more, but Beidou stays the icon because she's Beidou. The tier list remains Beidou tier, even though I actually put some characters above her on the tier list. Farina, Arleino, Columbina. Snezhnaya is the first person to challenge that. And I do think, I'm still not going to change it, but that, I can't identify exactly what it is, but I know in a certain way, I don't have to tell you guys. Like, I'm kind of preaching to the choir. The characters in this game are awesome. They're very lovable. And I know that you guys also have deep love for video game characters in this game or in other games. So in a certain regard, you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't need to convince you at all. I don't know. I don't know what exactly it is, but it would depend on the Beidou skin. So I really like I obviously really like let's see, I'm thinking about what to use for the ending music today. I obviously really like Citlali. I don't think I can go without her skin. Citlali's outfit it's okay to me. I adore her standard outfit so much. So it would depend on what outfit they would give Beidou. But if it's like a Yelan one, then yeah, I would change it. I would change the icon. What do I want to end with? Maybe a Fontaine theme? We find a good Fontaine song we can end with. As stated, tomorrow, it's gonna be usual off day. It's gonna be our usual off day of Saturday and Sunday. And then after that, Sunday. Thank you all for the well wishes, by the way. Congratulations. 7-year anniversary with Wifey. So Monday is also going to be a day off. Tuesday, we'll be doing some, I believe, Zenless. Maybe Enfield, though. But I'll let you know. And then on Wednesday, it is our final patch of the Luna chapter. Crazy. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Love you lots. I'll see you next time. Be good to each other. Drink water. Thank you for your advice and everything for open world and builds and the trailer reactions as well. Thanks again. Bye-bye.